What's going on, guys? Super Savage 789 here, bringing you guys a video. And today we're doing What If Bardock Survived, episode 5. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Upon the dying planet Namek, Bardock would find a space pod and takes it off planet, where he'd eventually crash land on a planet named Kanasa. Once being nursed back to health, Bardock learns about the abilities of the Kanasan people. Hearing about their ability to see the future intrigues the old Saiyan, and he asks to learn this ability. The Kanasan all advise Bardock that he doesn't want this power, it's more of a curse than anything. The stubborn Saiyan is adamant, however, that if he had this power, he probably could have saved Guinea. An elder gives up his life to bestow Bardock the power to see the future. Once gaining this newfound ability, Bardock gets a vision of himself as a Super Saiyan, standing over King Cold's broken body, and gets a sinister grin to form over his face. Not wanting to waste any time, he climbs into his space pod and sets the coordinates to Cold's capital planet to take him out. Once arriving, the Saiyan launches himself at the throne room where he finds Cold. He tells him that he's the one who killed Frieza, which gets Cold to attack him out of fury. Bardock ignites Super Saiyan and deflects the blast that Cold sent at him before rushing at Cold for a vicious onslaught of attacks. He stands over the beaten tyrant and, just like his vision, finishes off Cold with a smirk. Bardock places on a premium scouter only made for Cold that transmits to all the soldiers and gives them a warning. You have 24 hours to remove your allegiance to the Frieza Force. If you choose not to, you'll feel the same wrath that Cold and Frieza did. He then crushes the scouter. Meanwhile, Raditz and Gohan make it to King Kai's planet, where Raditz would learn the Kaioken. Everyone would be revived similar to canon by Porunga, and new Namek would still be built. Future Trunks would still come back in time and flies to where he was told Frieza and Cold would be, however he finds no one. Instead, he senses a power approaching from orbit, and believes that it might be them and he was just late, so he flies over to where it lands. When it opens, Trunks is shocked when he sees a man who looks like Goku step out. Trunks asks him who he is, and Bardock tells the boy his name. This is met by confusion from Trunks, as he never knew about a man named Bardock. They talk for a little bit, where Bardock explains he is Goku's father. The duo then fly off to Mount Paozu, where they see Goku, Raditz, and Piccolo all sparring, which would quickly stop when they see Bardock there. Trunks would take Goku away to speak with him about the future, as Bardock congratulates Raditz on his child. When Raditz says he doesn't have a child, Bardock chuckles that his vision must have been too early. He'd explained about his future sight to everyone, which confuses Goku, but he thinks it is cool. After Trunks leaves, Kami telepathically contacts all the fighters on Earth about the upcoming battle. Suddenly, Bardock holds his head in pain as he falls down and begins to have a vision. He sees Yamcha with a hole in his chest, Tien on the floor, about to die, and Krillin all beaten, breathing heavily. When emerging from his vision, Bardock decides that he needs to go and make Earth's fighters stronger than they are now. He leaves to go train with Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha, who all see much better gains from this. Bardock doesn't get as much gains as he would if he was training with his sons. However, he's beginning to get old, and he'd probably hold them back. Through training with Goku, Raditz, and Gohan, Piccolo becomes much more light-hearted, and therefore turns good after all this time. Him and Gohan would even get a connection, and although it isn't as strong as the one in canon, they would still become good friends. Raditz would achieve Super Saiyan through training with Goku, and would also make sure that Goku took his heart virus medicine. And Raditz would have a kid with Lodge, who I'll call Ranch for sake of simplicity. When everyone goes to the battlefield, it's split up as normal, where Yamcha encounters Gero. Due to training from a Super Saiyan, Yamcha is able to break Gero's grip before he can get stabbed. He begins to fight Gero, and although he's losing badly, he won't be totally dominated on the verge of death by the time everyone else arrives. Naturally, everyone moves away, where Goku and 19 begin to fight. Since Goku has had his medicine, he does much better against 19, and manages to overpower and destroy him in a matter of moments, leaving Gero out of luck. Gero would escape and manage to get to his lab, as normal. When he gets to the door of his lab, he'd be kicked through it and launched into the back of the room. He turns around to see Prince Vegeta with his arms crossed staring at him. Are those androids of yours as strong as they say they are? Jerome confirmed this, hoping it will allow him to live. Vegeta decapitates Gero and crushes his head before grabbing the remote and activating 17 and 18. Before they can even recover 16, Vegeta turns Super Saiyan and blows up the lab, demanding to fight them right then and there. Everyone else arrives to see Vegeta get brutally pummeled by 18, and begins to fight the androids. However, it is quite a struggle for everyone. 17 would be trying to kill Goku, with everyone else simply getting in the way. Bardock tells his son to escape, and buy himself some time, as that way he can live to another day. He tried to argue, but ultimately agrees, flying away with Gohan to the lookout to get senzu beans for everyone. The androids would beat all the Z-Fighters, leaving them bloodied on the ground, except for Krillin, who 18 kisses as normal. Once the two androids leave, Bardock weakly stands up and gut punches Krillin for being so afraid as to fight and help them. Vegeta would attempt to fly off in a huff, but Bardock stops him, telling him that Goku is about to come back, and tells them about a way to train much more effectively, getting Vegeta to begrudgingly stay. Sure enough, when Goku returns with senzu beans, he tells them about the room of spirit and time, where Vegeta and Trunks enter much earlier than canon. Piccolo would also fuse with Kami during this time, and Piccolo and Raditz would go off to Ginger Town, where they encounter Cell, and scare him off like canon. Vegeta and Trunks exit the time chamber and fly off, where they would begin searching for the androids. After some explosions, Vegeta would draw their attention and begins fighting 17 as Super Vegeta. 17 would stand no chance against the muscular blonde, but luckily before he dies, Cell absorbs him and becomes semi-perfect. Well, luckily. It's not lucky for him. As normal, Vegeta would let Cell become perfect, and Trunks and Vegeta get defeated, the declaration of the Cell games being made public. After Goku and Gohan exit the time chamber, Raditz asks Bardock if he wants to go in, but the father declines, will only excel his own body to begin rapidly aging. So Raditz goes in with Piccolo, and gets Master Super Saiyan, giving Piccolo some gains as well. Since Goku hasn't got instant transmission, Goku instead asks King Kai to transmit a message to the Namekians. He asks them to use Porunga to teleport them a new Guardian, and sure enough, Dende appears and becomes Earth's Guardian, reviving the Dragon Balls. From here, the Cell games play out as per canon all the way up until when Cell is about to self-destruct. Thinking fast, Goku would power up to grade 3 and pick Cell up, flying into orbit where they both explode, high up, away from Earth. Then the remainder of the Cell saga would play out as canon, with Gohan killing Cell. During the 7-year time skip, Bardock would begin training with Baba and learns how to perfect his foresight into the future. With this, he can predict the outcome of a fight, and how to best go about a scenario. Bardock would also make sure the 3 Earthlings keep up their training, and to make sure they remain strong enough to defend the Earth in the future. The start of the Buu saga play out the exact same, with Gohan being the Great Saiyaman, and training Videl. Raditz would be training Ranch and Goten to make them both stronger, then Trunks to spite Vegeta, which I'm sure Vegeta would know this is occurring. So he begins training Trunks harder, making the trio much stronger. The kids' division would end up going the same, with Trunks winning, which makes Vegeta grin and Raditz scoff. Raditz tells Ranch and Goten that they did really well, and this serves as a good bonding moment. When the actual tournament arrives, the only new fighter would be Raditz. Goku questions his father as to why he didn't enter, to which Bardock replies he's getting too old for this. Instead, he leaps down right next to the announcer and tells him that he's going to watch from there. Since Bardock is so intimidating, and since he is Goku's father, the announcer agrees to this. For a while, canon realigns with Gohan getting his energy taken, everyone going to Babidi's ship and fighting Babidi's fighters, and Vegeta turning Margin. When everyone is teleported back to the arena, he prepares a blast, before falling limp on the arena floor. Bardock stands behind the unconscious Vegeta and tells him that he foresaw this occurring, and so he had to plan for it. Everyone rushes off back to Babidi's ship, with Bardock following to help. Bardock tells Goku to enter Super Saiyan 3, which confuses everyone else but Goku, who begins to transform into the form, making the earth shake. He charges up a massive Kamehameha, making Babidi panic as Majin Buu isn't ready yet. The massive blast completely consumes the ship, and just like that, the Majin threat is gone. As everyone begins to cheer, Bardock tells them that their work isn't done. They need Goku back to handle the threat soon to come, which Goku reluctantly listens to, getting revived. Raditz questions his father about what kind of threats does he mean, and Bardock simply looks up at the sky. Lord Beerus, I hope you're ready for what's about to come. But guys, that's going to leave here. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below if you have a next episode. I had a lot of fun writing this one. I had to go through the script a couple times. At one point I had Bardock going to Yardrat and stopping the Ginyu Force. And I just really hope you guys enjoy this, considering I gave Bardock his iconic future sight. And bye!